outward view, as many maidens would be.
Yes, people, welcome back to a morning stream. I don't think I've streamed this early for ages, man. 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, can't believe it. What's it like? Fucking streaming at 10 a.m., man. I got my monster. Yeah, by the way, how the hell did he get freezers to go to minus 24 degrees? How does that work? How can you get a freezer to go to -4, mate? That's just weird, isn't it? Yeah, the treble top, man. All right, come on. Yeah, I'm going to go get the black kit this week as well. I'm going to go get the black kit. Yo, come on, Radu, man. What are you saying? Winding up the mutants on Twitter. Now, big up to everybody in the building, man. Smash these likes up on the way. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Cracking stream last night, guys, even if I do say so myself. Incredible scenes as we investigated the interweb to find out exactly what was going on. And to be honest with you, yeah, on a real, yeah, I actually think we cooked, boys. I actually genuinely think we cooked, because I think the conclusion was legit. I think the conclusion on the Rodrygo situation was actually legit, man. So, yeah. Anyway, we've had some news this morning. Some of the news came out last night as well when I went to bed, so I didn't even see it. I didn't see it till this morning, man. But it's all been popping off, mate. It's all been popping off. Smash these likes up, guys. Right. So first thing first, we got this news. Here we go. From City Extra Portuguese. Right. So this one came out last night. Yeah. So don't worry, this isn't the main driller. Right, but this is just part of the driller. Exclusive. People close to Rodrigo have been looking at houses in the Manchester area in recent weeks. Now, this is on the back of Rodrigo not getting on the pitch last night. He was benched and didn't even get on for a single minute, mate. Yeah? Mastantuono, the new signing, got on the pitch, and he'll be playing right wing in the position of Rodrigo. And so did Dani Ceballos. But Rodrigo, no. Rodrigo held bench and he didn't even get on the pitch. So that's interesting debate, interesting situation. And then we also have some further news as well. And the other news that we got was from, and we've been waiting for somebody who is a UK-based journalist, somebody who gets information to sort of comment on this latest news regarding our City blocking the Savinho sale. Well, they've come out and they've responded. They responded. 1 second, let me find it for you. Here we go. Likes. Got my likes. It is here. Have a look at this, guys. This was from Tyler Marshall, who works at MEN. Yeah, I'll get the full article up in a sec, bro. For that reason, if Savio to Spurs is to happen, it cannot happen in time for this weekend. City holds Tottenham at the Etihad on Saturday, but there's simply no point in the Blues opening themselves up to any chance of Savio shrugging off his mystery injury to bag the winner for his new club, right? Which obviously, yeah, kind of makes sense because City don't really want to sell him because he will score. By the way, he will. We all know that, don't we? If we sell him to Spurs this weekend, he will score. Oh, it's Bachkovsky as well. Wow, fucking hell, top sauce, man, top sauce. So this is the article that he done. Manchester City stance on Savinho to Tottenham should be obvious. Yeah? So he's calling us out, guys. Yeah, he's saying we're stupid. All right, so Manchester City will sell pretty much any player in their squad, and Savinho is no exception. If the right deal happens, right offer happens, and the player wants to take it, the deal happens. There you go. Done. End stream. We're finished. There's literally nothing else to say. We're finished. The stream is over. Savio is still available to leave. The only way he leaves is if Tottenham pays the money that City want. So this thing about somebody's blocking the deal, yeah? BS, man. Someone's blocking the deal because they've not paid enough. So this is still on. This is still on, man. It's the end, Shurav. It's it. Go back to your day. The stream's over. The investigation 2.0 has been completed. We have finalized the investigation, and the investigation concludes that Savio is still available to leave, but you've got to pay the money, mate. And this is top sauce, by the way. This ain't some shit sauce. Bachkovsky's a top geezer. He's a top geezer. He's a top sauce, man. So, yeah, it's a temporary block. That should be all the encouragement Tottenham need if they want to sell Savio. If you want to seal a deal for Savinho. The North London club have already approached City for their Brazilian and remain interested. So they're still interested. So City will sell him if the right offer arrives. Spurs are still interested. And Rodrygo didn't play a single minute last night. From City's perspective, though, selling to a rival in the same league has risks. Their track record is pretty good, but Cole Palmer remains a sore spot for the City bosses. And even if you're confident you are getting the best of the deal, you have to try and minimise the damage. For that reason, if Savinho to Spurs is to happen, it cannot happen in time for this weekend. City host Spurs at the Etihad on Saturday, and there's simply no point in the Blues opening themselves up to any chance of Savio shrugging off his mystery injury to bag the winner for his new club. After that, Spurs can have him if they want for a high price. Savinho may not have done like many of his teammates this summer, but publicly pledged to stay. Although in fairness, nobody ever assumed his future may be in doubt. Exactly. Even if he would entertain the move, the 21-year-old hasn't burned his City bridges to the point where he couldn't be instantly integrated back to the squad. Guardiola has defended him through all the questions of the Tottenham interests. Looking at the City negotiations, which City have nearly all the leverage, Savinho only joined last summer, so has 4 years left on his deal, and his value's gone up. There's still room for it to grow. Despite Guardiola's praise and talk of the player's potential, his numbers in the first season in the Premier League were not much to write home about, so there's significant room for improvement as he matures. Even a fee of 60 to 70 million could end up looking like a bargain for Spurs if he develops as well as his manager can believe. There's also the Harry Kane factor when City basically wasted a summer pursuing the Tottenham striker amid conflicting messages from his camp from Daniel Levy. Didn't end up getting their man. And Tottenham's guy also slags us off. So there you go. Yeah. He's still available. He's still got the mystery injury. We've had no development on whether he's been back in training. So the latest news on that is that he's probably not been back in training. And Spurs are still interested, and City are going to sell him if we get the fee. So this ain't over. It's not over. Not over until the fat lady sings, man. And the fat lady is not fucking singing right now. You know what I mean? I don't hear nothing, man. Let's see what you guys are saying. If we got Kane that window, we would have won the UCL. Yeah, probably. That's quite funny that even Simon B is calling it a mystery injury. Yeah, and Jack Karl retweeted it as well. So Simon tweeted it. Simon tweeted it and put in his tweet, Savinho's got a mystery injury. Oh, no. Simon tweeted and said, oh, Savinho looks very injured there, doesn't he? On a picture of Savinho. And Jack Karl retweeted it as well. Do you know what I mean? I think behind the scenes, the deals are being close to done. It's just that we'll only sell Savinho after the Spurs game. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? For Savinho to play for Spurs on Saturday, they have to get the deal done by midday on Friday. Midday. So you could start seeing news on this pick up again today, tomorrow, because so long as the deal is not signed, sealed, and delivered to the FA by midday Friday, he can play. He won't be able to play. You know what I mean? Now, the City and Spurs really want all that talk going on when they're about to play. I don't know. They might just like dead it until after the game. Savio is Spurs. Is Thomas Frank's top priority? We'll pay the money you want. Trust me, all of us, a Spurs fan. Yeah, the only thing is I don't really fully understand how much City are asking for, because there's been a little bit of confusion on how much City are asking for. Some people are saying it's 70 million quid, which I think's top end. I think that's probably too expensive, but at the same time, it's only expensive now. It might not look expensive in a couple of years, which is what Simon said on the article. What about our competition for Rodrigo? Surely rivals can't give us a free run at him. But what about if Maria's right beyond belief? What about if he's already agreed to go to Manchester City? And when rivals ring him up and say, "What you saying?" He's like, "I'm going to City." Again, like it might be because it's all fully done, man. Yo, big up Iconic as well. Make sure you guys are subbed up. It does make sense because according to the info given by me, that's probably a negotiation tactic to make Spurs pay up, as well as put pressure on Madrid with the last-minute bid for Rodrigo. Buyback clause. I don't think you can put a buyback clause in a sale when you've sold a player for 60 to 70 million. I don't think that's how it works. I think you're going to struggle with that. Getting Rodrigo ain't that easy, to be honest, especially when you have Marmoush on the other side, says Wheezy. It's all happening, in my opinion, all the deals we dream of. We don't have competition for Rodrigo. Yeah, the only competition I see really is Arsenal. What difference does that make? He's always going to play anyway in the return match. Well, yeah, well or not. Probably because it's the second game of the season and they don't really want to sell a player then 2 days later and dunk on our heads. So imagine that wouldn't look good. That wouldn't look good. Also, a great deal for Spurs, by the way. Frank is good at developing young attackers. Yeah, it is a good deal for Spurs. It's expensive, but Savinho's got the talent where that price can be justified and more so. Easy. City's the only real option if you're a Real Madrid player, although all the others are downgrades. This is also true. Like, there's very few clubs you can move to from Real Madrid without it being a huge downgrade. Yeah, I mean, look at Ozil. Look at him. Went from Real Madrid to Arsenal. Finished. Yeah. Look at Alexis Sanchez. Went from Barcelona to Arsenal. Finished. I mean, these players, yeah. If you want to leave Real Madrid, you've got to go Bayern, Barca, which ain't going to happen, PSG, City, or probably Liverpool. Otherwise, you just cooked. What's the point? Do you think we've already pre-agreed something with Madrid and Rodrigo? Probably Rodrigo, yeah. I imagine we've probably agreed something with Rodrigo. And we probably had like preliminary talks with Real Madrid. Because you can't sell your player and then knock on the door of Real Madrid and say, "Oh, right, so we're interested in Rodrigo." What you say? You've got to do the talks now. Because what about if Real Madrid say it's 150 million? City not going to pay that, so then you've lost a player and you're not going to buy a new player. So I think City would have already agreed an outline for like personal terms with Rodrigo, and they probably had talks with Madrid. Just to work out, is he for sale? Would you be open to it? What sort of price are you looking at? Right, we've got all that sorted. Right, let's focus on the Savio deal, get that done, and then we'll come back. I don't see why Bayern aren't going for Rodrigo. Not do I. I thought Bayern should have 100% gone for Rodrigo. Instead, they signed Luis Diaz. That'll be what will happen with Marmoush once Rodrigo joins. Marmoush just got here. He doesn't even have a full year at City. I think Rodrigo will be used on the right a lot more than people think. I really do. I think maybe Marmoush could be used as a false nine sometimes. We can rest Haaland a lot more. You can play Marmoush in the middle. So you can play Rodrigo up top. You can play Rodrigo in the middle. I just think there's so many positions for them both to play, and I don't think that's an issue. I really don't. Arsenal don't have the money. They can't even sell players. They wasted it on Madueke. Having Rodrigo and Marmoush is more advantageous for us than it is more negative. Yeah, facts, 100%. 100%, bro. I feel like Savio hasn't clearly decided whether he wants to leave or not. He hasn't informed the club on whether he wants to leave or not. I just don't see him leaving, to be honest. I think he has. I think he's told City he wants to go to Spurs. I think that's clear. I think that's clear with the bids that Spurs are making. I think it's clear based off of Jack Gorn's article where he says Savio seems intent on leaving. I think absolutely he's made his decision that he would rather be at Spurs. And I think Simon's right. I think if he doesn't end up going to Spurs, I don't think he's going to spit his dummy out. I don't think he's moaning about it. I just think he would rather go to Spurs. I think that's his preference. If he could decide now, City or Spurs, I think he'd choose Spurs. I think them journal jumped the gun on the Savio staying situation. It's always been a case of City don't want to sell, but pay up for an offer we can't refuse, says Karl. Yeah, I think that's where we're at, bro. I think that's where we're at. It was all something was dodgy, bro. When Guillem Banigay tweeted that the other day, yeah, 3:00, and not one journalist who is close to Manchester City and Fabrizio, who's been speaking about this for like the last 2-3 weeks, not one person come out and confirmed it. And I was like, that seems a bit sus. That seems a bit sus to me. Even Alvarez is regretting his move to Atletico. Yeah, I see that this morning. I was on my phone this morning seeing it. Apparently, the entourage of Alvarez regret the move to Atletico, which is pretty interesting. He won't stay there for much longer. I think he'll do another year or two and then he'll go. So you reckon we're getting over the line in what, 7 days? No, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days. There's 12 days left of the window. LB, pick one, Haaland or Kane. If you're looking for a player just to come in and put the ball in the back of the net, I'd pick Haaland. But if you're looking for a more all-round player, Kane. As Maria was saying, everything is Rodrygo, just not signed. Yeah, there you go. You don't go house shopping in Manchester if you don't already have talks. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that PT account, by the way, is legit. I've told you this before. Like, they are legit. They don't just chat shit, man. They do hear proper news. They do hear proper news. They do hear proper news, man. Any player wanting to go to Spurs is not focused on winning anyway. Yeah, I just think he wants to be playing week in, week out. I don't think he wants to have that fight for his position, and he obviously wants to try and get in that Brazil squad. But it is a little bit weird given the fact he played over 3,000 minutes last season. Do you know what I mean? Yo, big up Apollo. What's happening? Summary for everyone that's just joined. Simon Bachkovsky, who works for the MEN, very good source when it comes to Manchester City, has confirmed that if Spurs pay the money, Savio will be sold. Done. So this is the whole thing about him being blocked. Pay the money, and he's a Spurs player. That's what. And then we've also got news from City Extra Portuguese, exclusive on their part, that Rodrygo has been looking at homes in Manchester. A bit what Chicken Wing says: if we sign him without having any compensation, if we sign him without having any compensation, means he's only wanted City. Oh, competition. I don't rate him as much, but would rather have him than Doku or Savio. Yeah. Well, like I said, how many teams could go for him, Chicken Wing? You got to look at the teams that he'd be willing to go to. He's not going to join Stoke, is he? So you've got to look at the teams that he'd go to. It's Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, City, Liverpool, and maybe Arsenal. Yeah. How many of them teams can afford him? How many teams need him? You're looking at one. Yeah, you're looking at one or two teams, man. Liverpool, City, and Arsenal, probably. Probably all three of us could do with him, to be honest. Now, I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are in terms of the people behind it, but they know they're Portuguese. Well, I think they're actually Brazilian. The guys that run the account. I'm pretty sure the guys that run the account are Brazilian. So they have contacts with like anyone that can speak Portuguese. Obviously, Brazilians speak Portuguese. Yeah, they just that's how they get the news. That's how they get the news. They'll speak to players, they'll speak to agents, and that's how they get the info. So it's not like some just fucking bullshit thing. They probably have got like a legit source on that. Bro, Galatasaray reps are in the UK. Okay, no, man, I'm sick of this fucking club, man. Galatasaray. Big up Bradley, man, for the super chat. Appreciate it, bro. You're becoming part of my daily routine, bro. It's not good, Lord. Nah, it's good, man. Get here every day, smash the like, subscribe, and we're cooking on gas. We're cooking on gas. But yeah, that's we'll have to see what happens in terms of how quickly this picks up. But yeah, I think City definitely don't want to sell this guy, man. I don't think City want to sell this guy before the Spurs game. Yeah, they don't want to sell Savio before Spurs and he plays against us and cooks us. Imagine that'd be fucking embarrassing. So next week is probably going to be the one. But you might get news today or tomorrow. Because like I say, as soon as we get to that Friday midday, bang, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But yeah, that's the Rodrygo updates. Big up Bradley, man. I appreciate it. So what else you guys are saying? LB, did we mess up the Hayes deal? Nah, because we've got a recall clause. We can get him back at any time. Yeah. We can get him back, so it's fine. I don't have a problem with it, bro. I don't have a problem with it, yeah. Because you've got 5 centre-backs, right? If Akanji goes, you've got 5 centre-backs. Yes, a couple of them are injury prone. However, like I say, if a couple of them come down with bad injuries, like 4 months, 5 months injuries, which is pretty unlucky anyway, then you can just recall Vita Hayes. Ooh, bit of breaking news here. Literally just come out 10 seconds ago. Galatasaray made a final official offer to Manchester City for Ederson and stated that it will not increase the price further, indicating that it will turn to other candidates during the process. Negotiations for Manuel Akanji are ongoing. The two clubs are close in terms of figures, says Mekteb Aygala. So, will City accept the final bid from Galatasaray for Ederson? Chat, what do you reckon? Like, do you reckon City just go, fuck it, go on then? Or do you reckon they're like, nah, we want 25 million euros, otherwise you're not having him? What is the final offer as well? What's the bid? What is the final bid? They should. They will. Just keep heading. No. Reckon it's a nasty 15 mil. Kanjin is his prime LB, can't sell him, also plays right back also. Yeah, I'm not even that bothered about the centre-back position now that Vita Hayes has got a recall clause. I actually agree. I think it's probably the right back, which is a bit more important. Accept it. 20 million euros, nothing less, says Jimmy Blue. They should accept it, but I don't know. Just accept it, says Cade. Now Ederson ain't leaving, Trafford #1. Just accept whatever it is. I don't care. I cannot watch Ederson be a keeper at this club for another year, says Kirby. No, Galatasaray haven't pushed hard enough for Eddie, says Noah. Accept it. We'll sell random academy kids for a 10 mil every year. Who cares, says Leon. Yeah, I guess it all depends on what it is, man. I think if it's 15 million pound, yeah, which is what's that in euro? About 18 million. No, wait, which way is it? 15 in euro. 17.3 million euros. Surely Galatasaray would pay that. Surely Galatasaray would pay that. 17.3 million euros. That's 15 million quid. I think they'd accept that, man. I think they'd accept that. You know, the guy don't want to be here. Yeah, he don't want to be here. He wants to move on. Let him go. He's done his fucking time. Yeah, he's done his time. Let him move on. Get Donnarumma in. Donnarumma and Trafford fight out for #1 spot. Rodrygo at the top end. We're winning the quad. LB, they said max they'll go to is 15 million euros. 15 million euros would be 13 million pounds. Bro, I'd still sell, man. I can't lie. Bro, I think we need to move on, man. I do. I think we need to move on. I think we've done our time. I think Ederson's done his time. I think, you know, we've got the best out of him. Yeah. He's not been great last season. He wasn't great in the Club World Cup. We've got a new goalkeeper in Trafford. Donnarumma's right there. Yeah, and he doesn't want to be here, innit, Karl? He doesn't want to be here. I'd move him on. I'd move him on. You know what I mean? And you know what? Again, chat, yeah. Even if we do sell him for a little bit less than what he's worth, trade off, innit? We got Tijani Reinders on a steal. We got Ryan Cherky on a steal. We got Ike Nori for cheaper than he's worth. So we've got 3 players in already under the price of what they're worth. If we have to sell one a little bit less, who gives a shit? All balances out. It's fine. It's fine, man. And that yeah, exactly, Barra. That money that we get, yeah, is straight up PSR profit because we've had it for so long. So yeah, man, I'd sell him. We've definitely had our 2 times, 3 times beyond belief, bro. 30 odd million quid we bought him for, wasn't it? 32 million. And he's been here 8 years. Best goalkeeper we've ever had. Nah, 100%, mate. 100%. We've rinsed that 32 million out time and time and time again. Yeah. If you could go back and pay 60 million quid for Ederson, would you have done it? Yeah. Yeah, I would have done it. I would have probably paid 70. You know what I mean? Based off what he's achieved. LB, check the Donnarumma news. Galatasaray insider saying Donna 5-year contract decided. We're deciding over 5 million with PSG. We're deciding over 5 million. What do you mean we're deciding over 5 million? Like, that's the fee, 5 million, or we're £5 million apart on the fees. Opinions on Donnarumma? I'd sign him. I'd sign him, Ray. I'd sign him because I think for me, yeah, like, you can't be too reactionary on the Trafford thing for me. Like, Trafford, I like Trafford. I think he could be a really good goalkeeper, and I think he played really well against Wolves. However, it's one game. The last time he was in the Premier League, he was awful and got dropped. And if we don't sign Donnarumma because we go for Trafford, and Trafford turns out to be crap this season, I just think we're all going to be sat there in a couple of months going, why the fuck did we not just sign Donnarumma? He was a treble-winning goalkeeper right there available. And we went for a goalkeeper that 2 years ago got dropped for Burnley because he was that bad. So, yeah, for me, I'd just sign Donnarumma. And listen, if Trafford turns out to be mint, sell Donnarumma in the summer. Have him for 1 year, get rid of him, see ya. We'll probably make a profit on him because we're buying him for so cheap. Next year, loads of teams are going to be needing a goalkeeper. United are going to be needing a goalkeeper. Chelsea will realise that Sanchez is shit, yeah? So they'll need a goalkeeper. There'll be loads of teams that need goalkeepers. We'll be able to get loads of money for him. It's just a no-brainer. It's just literally just a no-brainer deal, man. And it should be really, really cheap given the fact that PSG are banned him from the squad, they shouldn't really be demanding too much. What's your thoughts on Pep saying he wants a goalkeeper that has to... Well, what he said was that he wants a goalkeeper that can meet a minimum level of like distribution. So he must feel that Donnarumma meets that minimum level of distribution. I still think it's a weird one. I ain't going to sit here and be like, yeah, I completely get it. I still think it's weird, but if Pep thinks Donnarumma's good enough on the ball, then he thinks he's good enough on the ball. And if he doesn't, he'll drop him, and the guy will, Trafford will get in there. PSG have a Cancelo situation with Donnarumma. Yeah, probably even worse than Cancelo, isn't it, though? Because they've literally banned him from the squad. Donnarumma was trouble-winning goalkeeper, so as Ederson, so shut your mouth and stop glazing Donnarumma. I can't kick ass, says David. Okay, bro. LB, you can count Chelsea out the race. We won't pay the wages he demands, and we're content with Sanchez as number one. Not me, the club. I'll be on my knees for Donnarumma, says Pebble. Yeah. Nah, it is wild, bro. You still got that guy in goal, man. Get it saying. How some of your fan base actually likes Sanchez is honestly beyond me. But reactionary again, innit, bro? Like, makes a couple of decent saves at the Club World Cup, and everyone's like, oh, let's just keep him for another year. It's mad. LB, check Gala. Habernet. Gala. Habernet. Oh, there it was. Got it, bro. Who is this guy? Manchester City has reached a 5-year agreement with Donnarumma. Negotiations between PSG and City are ongoing. The discussed transfer fees around €40 million. A €5 million gap remains between the two sides. So €40 million is 35 million quid. Bro, I'd be surprised if we paid that much, man. I'll be real with you. That's a lot more than I thought we'd pay. 35 million. That's more than I thought we'd pay, you know. For a guy that they banned from the squad with 1 year left on the deal. You should be able to get him for dirt cheap. Dirt cheap, man. What about City? What I pay €35 million? That's £30 million. I still think that's a little bit expensive considering the situation, but you haven't telling you to check it. Come on. Have you seen? No, I've not seen it. I'll check it out today. Man. LB, 3 new goalkeepers is insane. Yeah, no, I've been asking people, like, has this ever happened before? Some people said City did it in 2003, but I don't think we did. I've been saying, has anybody know any club that's ever done that before? 3 brand new goalkeepers in one window. I can't remember, but some people are saying City actually did it in 2003, but I don't think we did. Wait until January, get like 15 million for him. Yeah, but what about if Trafford's shit from now till January? Then you're cooked. Anything less than Phillips fees a win to me, Law, says Innovator. Fair enough. With Donnarumma, you're probably also buying the name. Yeah, you probably are. You are. LB, you okay with Donnarumma in the Champions League, Trafford in the Premier League? Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Yeah. I mean, it's not my ideal cup of tea. I'd rather just have one goalkeeper who's mint and just plays all the games. That's what I do. I'm old school, yeah. I'm a bit old school. But if that's a value, if that's an option, yeah. But I don't see that being an option because you're not going to pay this guy 200 grand a week or whatever to sit on the bench and only play like 15 games a season. It's not going to happen. It's crazy, man. I think Trafford will be better, LB. He's unreal. Yeah, I mean, Trafford has serious potential. And he's a good goalkeeper, Trafford. You know what I mean? He's a good goalkeeper. 100%. Phillips and Ortega still have a job here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ortega. Unknown. LB, do you know even last year, Donnarumma only started 24 games in League One, didn't complain? How come? Was he injured or something? Was he injured? Donnarumma might hold bench till he settles in anyway. Yeah, well, let's have a look at our fixtures and look at the dates. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Man City fixtures. Oh, by the way, Champions League draws in 8 days, chat. Whoa, that's going to be sick, man. I can't wait for that. Champions League draw 8 days' time. 28th of August, man. Make sure you're active. Right, so transfer window closes on the 1st of September. So we got Spurs this weekend. Obviously not going to be available for that. And then it's just the Brighton game. So he might be available for Brighton if this deal gets done like early next week, like Monday or Tuesday, or back end of this week, which seems unlikely at this point. So I guess there is a chance he could play the Brighton game. I don't know if I'd want him to play the Brighton game though. Oh, imagine if his first game was against United and then fucking Arsenal. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Look at that chat. That is wild. It wouldn't surprise me, if Pep just stuck with Trafford for the next 2 games. Spurs and Brighton, and then put Donnarumma in after the international break. International break, we come back, then it's Donnarumma season. LB, do you want a hard group for the Champions League to challenge us? Well, you're always going to get a good team anyway, because that's the way they've designed it. But, nah, I'd rather swerve it and just fucking get in there, knock out around. Can't be arsed playing in that fucking shit playoff game, man. Yeah, that shit playoff game, chat. Swerve that, man. We need to get top 8. Yeah, Baraf's right, man. We need to get top 8, man. Yeah, by the way, I'm making the same mistake as last year, yeah? I remember when that draw was made last year, and I was going, oh, just sack off the Inter Milan game. It doesn't even matter. Nah, serious, yeah? We need to be getting top 8. And now we know it's actually, like, it is important, because otherwise you go in that playoff and get like a Real Madrid. So now we need to be making sure we're on it. Yeah. Let's get off to a good start. Couple wins on the board. Farm some wins early doors. That's what we need, man. Rodgers back after the break. Rodgers? Who's Rodgers? On who would City rely for the future, Donnarumma or Trafford, as both are relatively young? I don't know. Whoever's better. Whoever's better. That's what I'd be saying to him, man. I'd just be whoever's better. I'd just be playing whoever's better, which is what should happen. Oh, Rodri. Oh. Yeah. Rodri should be back for that game as well, isn't it? Well, apparently he's fit now. He's still training, Rodri. People ain't listened to what people say, man. Rodri is actually fit. It's just Pep saying he ain't going to be starting a game until after the international break. So he's available. He's fit. He's been training and everything. And he's traveling with City down to the away games and that. What's this? Oh, yeah, I see it. Do you reckon Cherky starts against Spurs? Nah, I don't think he does. I think he sticks with the same team. I think he just drops Doku and plays Marmouche. I think everything else he sticks with. And I'm down for it. Because we need to, we need that midfield needs to be tight. It needs to be together. So I just stick with it, man. I'd stick with the team. Just drop Doku, play Marmouche. There we go. Done. LB, that's unfair. We all know Donnarumma is currently better by definition, meaning Trafford will have to hold bench without it being his fault. Yeah, but that's just life, isn't it, though, isn't it? That's just life. That's life, man. LB City Purse reliable. I don't know who that is. City Purse. Oh, wait, no, I do know who it is. City Purse. Yeah, I don't know. I've only seen it recently. I think it's... Oh, wait, have I seen that? No, I think I've seen him. I don't know. I have no idea if they're reliable. Rodrygo revenge against Arsenal against his Spain understudies. Yeah, that'd be decent to see. Hope Rodri isn't picked up for the Spain game, international break. Yeah, hopefully not, man. Who's Spain got? Let me check. Spain FC fixtures. They've got Bulgaria away and Turkey away. Swerve. You don't need him. 2 away games. Nah, you're all right, mate. Yeah. Play Zubimendi, man. Yeah, Arsenal fans will say Zubimendi's best DM in the world. So, yeah, fucking play him. Play the superior player, man. I think at the moment, Pep rates Turkey highly, but he's a bit unpredictable now. He leaves them in first 11. Yeah, exactly. There's no rush, man. Listen, I want to see Turkey in this starting 11 as much as the next guy. Yeah, 100%. But at the same time, I want to be winning fucking football matches, and we need to get to a good start, man. We need to get some wins under our belt and build a little bit of confidence, because I'm telling you something, yeah, I'm feeling good this year. I'm excited about the football. I'm confident, right? But I'm telling you what, a couple of losses and my confidence will be on the fucking floor again. Yeah, we're fragile. We're a fragile club. We're trying to build the club back to being a title winner and a Champions League contender. Yeah, we're trying to build it up. But what happened last year is it knocked everybody big time. Because we didn't think we had that in our locker. Right, look at Al Hilal. Bro, I was so depressed after Al Hilal, you know. I was excited. I was so excited going into that Club World Cup. I remember speaking to you guys before the tournament started. I was like, yeah, I'm well excited for this. I'm buzzing. Yeah, after the Juventus game, I was cooking on gas, mate. I was like, yes, come on, man. We're back. And then Al Hilal happened, and I was just fucking wounded. I was like, what? I thought we'd done. I thought this was over. I thought the way, you know, not even the loss, the way we lost, I thought that was all finished. I thought we'd left that last season, so I was gutted again, right? Then we play against Wolves. We cook them. I'm like, okay, getting excited again. But it's only going to take 1 or 2 bad results. Not even results. Bad performances, yeah? And then I'm going to be like, shit, we're still not fully back yet. So if that means that Turkey has to hold bench for a couple of games, he has to hold bench for a couple of games. The club is more important. The results are more important. 100%. We were here, bro, right at 5 in the morning. I know, man. I know. 5 o'clock in the morning getting beat off Al Hilal. Not cool, bro. Yeah, I know. City Report tweet. Let's have a look. What they saying, bro. Let's have a look, bro. Pep Guardiola on appointing Bernardo Silva as captain. I chose him for one reason. In the last season, we were in big trouble. He was always there. Fair fucks to him. No problem, man. He was always there, training every day, exhausted. We had just 13, 14 players plus the academy in one moment, and every 3 days we'd lose a game, and he was always there. Fair fucks to him, man. Fair play to the guy. Yeah, like I say, I don't think he played particularly well last year. However, he was always available. He gave everything for the shirt. Yeah, and despite it still not being great, I can respect that, man. I can respect that, chat. Because last year, yeah, some other people maybe you couldn't say that about. But Bernardo Silva, yeah, we can question the performances 100%, but you can never question the commitment. You can never, ever, ever, ever question a guy's commitment. And he's always available. The guy never gets injured. He played left back, right back, winger, holding midfield. It doesn't matter which position. Always thinking what is best for the team with all his attributes. I think I said I think he'll be a good captain. I agree. If this guy can get his performance levels, I'm not even saying getting back to the treble year. Yeah, I'm not even saying that. Mate. Yeah, I'm just saying if this guy can get his performance levels back to a decent standard, he'll be a fantastic captain for this football club. Yeah, he will. Because, like I say, I've said this bare times, but he was pretty much one of the only players I could stand listening to last year. Because I don't want to listen to lies. I don't want to hear glaze. I want to hear real truth. And that's what he gives, real truth, man. He speaks legit. He's always available. And if he can and he played well against Wolves. If he can play like that for the rest of the season, yeah, maybe he'll put a little bit more. What a captain we'll have. What a captain, man. You know what I mean? Bernardo is a City legend, no doubt. He needs to leave regardless. Yeah, he'll go next year. Yeah, I see Gav in the chat. I don't know if he's here today, but I see people say, oh, give him a 1-year contract extension. Nah, relax. Wait until the end of the season. It's premature, man. There's no need. If we get to the end of the season And Bernardo Silva just put in a treble year performance. And then you give him a contract extension, but don't give him a contract extension on the back of one game, you know? So let's just, chill. Rodrigo's future remains still open to a sale, with Manchester City still keen, says ESPN Brazil. So quite a few of these Brazilian accounts now are saying that Rodrigo is still available, which is clear after last night. It's clear. LB short. Nah, we'll have enough time, Dolan. If we leave it till Monday, you've still got 7 days. It's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty of time, man. What's the news on Savinho? Simon Bajowski, who works for the MEN, who's a very good source, is saying Savinho can still leave Manchester City. Spurs just need to pay the fee. So this whole thing about it being blocked, it sounds like it's not really true. Sounds like it's not really true. He is available. Sorry, reporter tweet that Rodrigo been looking at houses in Manchester. Yeah, I seen that. That's legit, by the way. That account's legit. They don't chat shit. Needs to be done quick time. Yeah, it does need to be done quick time, 100%. But apparently, this Donnarumma deal must be nearly done. It must be nearly done, this Donnarumma deal, man. It's been going on for fucking ages. Ages it's been going on for ages, man. Oh, what's this? New post. Galatasaray suspended transfer negotiations after making its final offer for Ederson. Manchester City was given an ultimatum, either this or nothing. For a 32-year-old goalkeeper with 1 year left on his contract, Manchester City is demanding a Donnarumma-level fee. They'll sign Donnarumma the moment they sell Ederson. Ederson's value isn't that high, and playing the tough seller isn't like this. It's a madness. Ascertain, it's shameful. You might ask for 3, 4, 5 more than Ederson's worth as a tough seller, but you're demanding twice his value. City will lose out. They won't get Donnarumma. Galatasaray is already thinking on across these lines. So, yeah, City are asking 25 million euros. Galatasaray looking at like the 13 mark. And who's going to cave? Are they going to come up to us? Are we going to come down to them? Or is the deal going to break down? I personally think City just needs to sell him, man, at this point. I do. I think 25 million for Ederson. Yeah. I think sell him, bro. I think we need to move on. It's a big disparity of facts. It is a big disparity. Like, it's a Kanji deal. Seems like it's going to happen because we're about 2 million away. 2 to 3 million. They're saying that they bid 15, City want 18. So that's going to get done, isn't it? If it's legit. If it's legit. But 25 million euros. And listen, I still think that is a fair price. But in the current market, and obviously, given the fact he wants to leave, I personally would just accept it and fucking move on. And enter the new era. Viana masterclass, just watch. Let Viana do his thing. Yeah, he has been cooking. You have Rodri and Reinders, Foden, or Cherky cooks. You have Rodri. Oh, yeah, I know. Once Rodri and Reinders are playing, get Foden or Cherky in a 10. But until Rodri comes in, I reckon he's just going to play the same midfield as he did against Wolves, bro. Just to keep it more solid. Got to trust Viana, but fucking sell him now, says Angel. Yeah, and the thing is, Eden, yeah, we're obviously not desperate to sell Ederson. We obviously don't want to sell Ederson. Obviously, the only reason we're getting rid of Ederson is because Ederson wants to leave. We're not trying to push out Ederson out of this football club. It's the opposite. So City obviously are entitled to ask for whatever they want. Yeah, just like Newcastle are entitled to ask for whatever they want for Isak. I just think personally, I think the story with Ederson at Manchester City has come to an end. That's my opinion. And I just think I think it's best in all parties just move on. This is the second season Ederson wants out. Make his dream move. Make his move come true, says Rob. Getting something this year is better than nothing last year. Exactly. I agree. Yeah, that's sort of why I'd move him on. It's been poor this last year. But if he wants to leave, just let him leave or whatever. Yeah, we're still getting some dollar. Why are we fucking about with these deals, not even contemplating a right back? Because there's only one right back that City wanted and you can't get him. Tino Livramento. That's it. That's the only right back City want. So maybe they'll go back in from next year. Who knows? We got Ash says just put the fifth. Just put Akanji and Ederson meal deal in a gala bag and call it 35 million for both. Throwing Gundogan too, says Ash. 35 million for Akanji. Is that euros? Let me check what that would be. Are you doing euros there, Bray? 30 million euros is 25 million quid for Akanji, Ederson, and Gundogan. That's a good deal for Galatasaray, I can't lie. 25 mil. Because Ederson's worth about what, 15? Yeah, you're giving them a good deal, bro. That is a good meal deal, I can't lie. That is a solid meal deal for Galatasaray. I don't think you're making much profit on that as a seller. That's a little bit cheap, that one, Ash. Maybe 35 million euros. 35 million euros is 30 million quid. That sounds a bit more reasonable. Oh, did you say 35? Oh, you said 35. That's fair. That's probably fair. 35 million euros is 30 million quid. £15, 15 million each. Akanji and Ederson and Gundogan on a free. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that, bro. Gala eating well. Yeah, exactly. It's a good price. Very good price. Nah, I think 35 is cool, bro. Throw in Calvin Phillips as well. Yeah, I've not seen any news on Calvin Phillips. I don't know what's going on there. Like I say, for me, I just pay him off and let him leave. Give him the money. Pep is obsessed with Ederson. I don't think he is. I think he's happy for him to leave now. I think he is. Did you see that Osimhen apparently called Akanji? I've seen everyone in the chat saying it. I've not seen it myself once. I've seen the chat, people in the chat saying, oh, LB fucking Osimhen's rang Akanji, but I've not seen it anywhere. I've not seen it anywhere. I'd rather keep Gundogan than giving him away for free. But we got him on a free. We got him on a free. And what about if we keep in Kovacic as well? Do you really need Gundogan if you keep in Kovacic on top of all the other players yet? You know what I mean? Have we been paid for Torres? Ferran Torres? Yeah, we must have been paid for him by now. We must have been paid. KP did a hazard on us. Bernardo staying beyond this season only hurts. Actually, Messi, we can't have that. Yeah, I think he'll leave next season, bro. We've had the best out of Gundogan, let him go. Yeah, I'm happy to let him go. I'll make him a coach. Make him a coach, man. Could do that. But yeah, boys, there we go. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But this Savio deal is not dead yet. If Spurs come back, I think for me, I think it'll be one more bid and that's it. I think if the next Spurs bid doesn't get accepted, no, I think it's dead. I think it's dead. I think it's one more bid for Spurs and that's it. One more bid for Spurs. And if it doesn't get accepted, Savio will be staying. I can't see Spurs putting another bid and then getting that rejected and then putting in another bid on top of that. I really just struggle to see that. I think it. But yeah, we'll see, man. But I think it's still on. I think it's still on. Pay the money. Pay the money, man. And this Rodrygo thing about him looking for a house sounds legit based on the account that tweeted it. He didn't get a single minute yesterday. Didn't get a single minute, man. City extra tweet. What are they saying? Oh, he spoke about Pep Linders. Galatasaray sent a representative to England to meet with Hugo Viana. Oh. See what happens, man. Pep Linders or James French or Colo Torre, they have knowledge that I didn't have, and they hand it to me, and maybe I can help in other things. Altogether, we can make the team better, says Pep. Pep Linders says, I thought if he'd been many, many years with Jurgen Klopp, this guy must be good. Since day one, we're incredibly connected. I think it's so easy to work with me because I give incredible space to do what they believe. And we needed one phone call. Pep Guardiola and Linders had one phone call, and then on the back of that one phone call, they agreed it, man. It's 3 a.m. here in California. Why are you awake at 3 a.m., Ray? Go to sleep, innit? Why are you awake at 3? Games are dead today. Yeah, it's all these little crappy qualifiers. That's what it is. There's a couple of decent games. Fenerbahce versus Benfica could be tasty. But other than that, a couple of League One games, League Two games. Round of 16, Copa Sudamericana. Bit dead, man. I can't lie. I'm just looking at the fixtures. Looking kind of washed. But yeah, man. No watch. I don't think so, bro. I'm out today as well, hence the early stream. I'm going out today. I'll be out all day, so I'll be back. I'll be live tonight. Maybe another late night one. But yeah, if any news drops during the day, I won't be live. So I have to check one of the other lads out. LB, don't you think it's ironic for me start saying promises are being broken while having 3 years to contract to Newcastle? He's the one not showing up to work. Yeah, 100%, bro. Cold pick as well. Just going out to have some drinks and some food and that. Right, okay, we'll leave it there. Big up to everybody in the building. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream. If you have, do me a favor, smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Let's see if there's any news that drops. Like I say, I'm out today, so if the news does drop, I won't be able to do it until later on. But yeah, big up to you boys. Couple other channels are live now. Mancuni away live. I'll redirect there. South Stand, I think, are live as well. So feel free to go join whoever you want. But yeah, peace out to you, man. Smash the likes. Make sure you guys subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.